Hello and good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to my channel. And this is Sunena here. And I have started on the monthly energy readings that I do after my love readings. And I'm back on my normal schedule once again. So hopefully you will get all your readings in the right time. Now, having said this, I think everybody knows me by now. I start with the sign of Taurus and I end with the sign of Aquarius with regards to your energy readings and even your love readings. So I do the same every month. And here I am with the sign of Taurus for June 2019 with regards to all your energies in here. Now, over here, it's a little bit change in the format and the style, but the situations, the questions, everything, they remain the same. So you will get all your answers, guys. But it's only that I'm kind of, I just felt that probably, it'll be better if we can just simplify the questions and the answers in here. And that's what I have done. Now, having said this, I've got about 9 cards in here, guys, okay? Now, out of the 9 cards, these 3 cards here, one is from the bottom of the deck, and the 2 cards that have come flying to me tells me your grounding energy for this month of June 2019, guys, okay? Now, when I say your grounding energy, it means that whatever you're going to be doing this month, everything is okay with all the other energies that are circulating in and around your grounding energy. But your grounding energy is your foundation energy. Okay, that's where you are at this point in time in the month of June 2019. And based on these 3 cards in here, guys, you are taking action, you're taking your decisions, you are facing your challenges, you're finding your support. Everything is based on these 3 cards in here. Okay, that's your grounding energy. So I'll start off with your grounding energy and then I'm going to go around the other cards in here, guys. Okay, just so that you know what your foundation or grounding energy is for this month. Now, having said this, your grounding energy is related to the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Now, I have got a major Scorpio card. That's a death card in here, guys. Okay, so, and then I've got Queen of Cups in reverse. I've got death in the upright, and I've got the Six of Cups in the reverse in here, okay? So your grounding energy is talking about a major change that is occurring in your life this month, guys. Transformation, death of the old way, beginning of the new way, That's because Taurians, you guys are the earth signs, and earthy energies, to me, they're very stable, they're very grounded all the time with their thought, with their processes, with their own self intuition. They feel whatever they have been doing for a very long time is what they will continue to do. They don't want to change anything. But when the universe comes into action, guys, and they want you to change, they want you to move, they want you to think ahead, they want you to resurface as the person you should be in this lifetime. And that's what it is in the month of June 2019, guys. The transformation for all zodiac signs. I have said this in my love readings. I'm saying this over. I have said this in my previous videos. 2019 is the year of change. And now all these changes that had been occurring in your zone, behind the curtain, is all coming up on the surface. The curtain is tearing apart. So you can see, we can see, everybody else can see the changes that is happening. This is with Taurus, and I believe as I go forward, I will see these kind of cards more often. That's my understanding. But let's look at Taurians today, guys. Taurians, beautiful people, man. wonderful people, good souls, everything is fine. But again, when universe steps in, you can hardly do anything. And that's exactly what's happening to you this month. Because suddenly you have realized that you have to call for death. Okay? You had been holding on, guys, Taurians. You had that feeling, you had that notion that you had to put things behind. You had to, rest some of the things that was not making sense to you. In lot of respect, in your situations that could involve your work life, your home life, your love life, your finance, anything. You knew that, in your subconscious, deep down, you were aware of that, that you needed to change those situations. But again, earthy energies, you were either scared of doing that, you felt uncomfortable getting out of your comfort zone, taking that leap of faith, taking the turn towards the new destiny. So you were kind of putting this death card in the reverse. You were holding on, guys. You were holding on. But now, in the month of June, you have woken up to the fact that you have been a martyr for a very long time, guys, with the Queen of Cups. You have been giving for a very long time without getting anything in return. But at the same time, your dependency on that situation, whatever it could be, romantically, personally, professionally, anything, psychologically, emotionally, it was so very dependent on those situations that you were kind of scared to leave that, to leave that behind. So now, from your subconscious state or your conscious state, you're waking up to the fact that you don't have to be dependent anymore. You don't have to be insecure anymore. You have been insecure. And the reason you have been insecure is because the place that you were looking for your happiness with the Six of Cups, the place that you were looking for your bliss, for your happiness, for your joy, for your fulfillment, for everything in life did not come to you. Did not come to you. But yet, you were scared of leaving that comfort zone because you were dependent on that situation, on those people, on that home front or the work front or any other front. You were scared of leaving that situation because you were not flexible, guys. Taurians, you were definitely not flexible. And that is the reason in the month of June, the universe has come into action for you, Taurians. So you probably have little or no say in this matter anymore. Okay. So now you are you are aware of the fact that you have to leave that behind with the Six of Cups in reverse. You have to leave that situation behind. You have to leave those trauma behind. You have to leave that. You have to leave that. That's it. You have to call for death in those situations. You have to let that go. You have to call for death on dependency, on insecurity, whatever, on your martyrdom. You have to call for death on those situations. You have to call for death on the situation, that you were not leaving behind. Now is the time that you have finally realized, guys, that I can no longer be dependent on this anymore. I cannot be dependent because somebody somewhere is taking advantage of that situation and is giving me trouble. Okay, so now you have woken up to the fact that I cannot continue to be a martyr anymore. I have to look after myself. I have to do my own work. I have to stand up for myself in what I believe is right and look for my own happiness. So what I'm not getting is what I'm not getting, and I will not get it because I've given too much of time. on that situation for me to bring that comfort back in that same zone. I was not willing to let it go. But now, with things changing, with things transforming, with things moving in the forward direction, my destiny is asking me to kill all that, to put a death on my insecurity, on my dependence, on my martyrdom. And it's time for me to leave those things behind, to move forward, to gain access to my own self desire, my own self will, my own self freedom, my own self. That's it. What I like to do, what I want to do, where I'll find my source of happiness, what I'll get. It's, I have started to think about myself because I know my flaw. I know what I have done. I know what I have got out of that wrongdoing. So now I'm calling a death on those areas of my life. And take it, guys, in whatever way it suits you personally, professionally, romantically, psychologically, emotionally. In everybody's respect, things are different. So you can fit it according to your own understanding. But this is your situation, Taurians. You are putting an end to the old way of thinking, to the old way of believing, to the old way of doing things, to the old way of understanding stuff, and you're coming out of that cocoon, becoming, from a caterpillar to a butterfly, finally in the middle of the year, guys. This transformation has risen up, has surfaced. And exactly because of this, let's take a clarifier here to see this huge transformation for you, Taurians, because Taurians, this transformation is not easy, guys. It's not easy. Look here. And look at the 3 cards I've got here, guys. Wow. Wow. Okay. The first card out is the 2 of Cups. Okay. The second card, again, double confirmation, the Queen of Cups in the reverse. And third is Justice. Okay. So which is again telling me that, you're putting an end to that dependency. You're putting an end to that martyrdom. You're putting an end to those insecurities in order for you to bring back your love, romantically, personally, professionally, anywhere that you are looking for that love. And that is what is going to give you justice, is what you have finally woken up to, Taurians. You're looking for justice now. That's your grounding energy. You're looking for justice. You are, you have ignored all those in the previous years or in the previous months or in the previous days. You have not paid attention to what the universe wants to give you. And you were chasing and running after things you believed in is right. Okay, but now this transformation has kind of jolted you, Taurians, in the month of June, where you want to bring back everything that you love. You want to offer that love, you want to take that love, you want to respect that love, you want to pay attention to that love. At the same time, you want to kill that insecurity, dependence, martyrdom, everything that you had been doing in your zone, which is what you are leaving behind now to call for justice, to give you justice in the right direction, guys. Wow. Taurians, big time, moving and shaking, guys. Big time. Not easy, but nothing I believe is not doable. It may not be easy for you because, again, fixed signs, fixed signs, people find it very difficult to leave the old behind, to travel further, to bring something that they believe is right. But again, fixed signs have that problem. And with you being that fixed sign, now you have kind of woken up from your sleep, from your place of being in coma, to suddenly realize what you had been doing for so long was so foolish and completely had been a nemesis for you. Okay, so you are now waking up to the call of the Two of Cups, to the call of justice, putting an end to your dependency on the other old issues, to the martyrdom, to everything, to your insecurities, because you believe that justice is coming to you. You want justice back in your zone, guys, Taurians. Congratulations to you. I had to go on and on because even I have been taken aback. I was not expecting to see this. Okay, though I knew, but when you actually see the cards on the table, that's when you like, oh wow, really? Is that for true? But this is what it is, and that is what I'm telling you guys. Now, in the month of June, your current self energy is a 10 of sword in the reverse and the hermit in the reverse, which is telling me, guys, that you are extremely lonely right now, and you know that whatever had to go wrong has already gone wrong and you have been left alone. Okay, people have discarded you. People have taken advantage of you, but they have kind of used you, abused you, and now they have left you alone. And you are feeling isolated. You are feeling the pain of being in isolation. You have nobody beside you who can take care of you, who loves you, who can look after you. So you are kind of absolutely in isolation. And now you know with the 10 of sword in the reverse that I have to kill everything, everything that's your grounding energy to bring back the positive, because what had to go wrong has gone wrong. And now it's only time for me to resurface back into my old way, into my old self, the self that I love, the self that I want, I desire, by putting an end, death here, death here. 10 of sword in the reverse. 2 times, guys, okay? To end all those, everything that I can no longer take, I can no longer tolerate, and I will go back to being the person I have to be and I want to be now. Okay, that's probably my old self, not the one that I have been adopting and adapting to. But my real self is somebody who is a person who knows now that they do not enjoy this isolation. And whatever had to go wrong has already gone wrong. It's time to rise back and be the phoenix from the ashes, to take my situation under my wings, under my control, to walk in the right direction, to be the person I want to be, to have people beside me, to love me, to hold my hands, not keep me in isolation, not disregard me, don't not discard me, And this I have to do because I'm looking for the new beginning. The Ace of Pentacles with my intelligence, guys. I have to use my intelligence in the reverse. Okay, and for which I'm tired, I'm fatigued, I'm exhausted, but I'm still going to hold on to bring my emotional self, my intellectual self back into action. Okay, 3 cards in here, guys. 3 cards in here with the King of Cups in the reverse, with the 7 of Wands in the reverse, and the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Now you have realized that you need to work for yourself, Taurians. You definitely have to bring back, even though you're tired, you're exhausted, you're fighting to get back your strength, you are extremely in pain because of the isolation, because of whatever had to go wrong has already gone wrong. But at the same point in time, you're fighting back to bring back yourself because you know you want this new beginning, Taurians. You know that. And there are no two ways about it now, guys. Okay? That major transformation I have been working along with you, have been talking to you in the past, is now coming in the present, up on the surface in the 3D, where everybody can see this now. Okay? Now, this is your current overall energy. What you are leaving behind is the Fool in the reverse. That's what you are leaving behind, which means that you knew that you have been reckless, guys. in the past, and that's why you haven't got what you wanted in life, because you had been reckless in your thinking, in your understanding, in your psychology, in your emotions. You had been reckless, and that is the reason you had been taken advantage of, guys. Okay. Plus, the Fool in reverse tells me that you had also been inconsiderate to many situations that you knew you were not doing the right thing, but you were not being considerate. Either to people or to situations, you were being inconsiderate. So you're coming to terms with those negative energies, and that's what you're leaving behind. Because you know now that you cannot afford to be reckless anymore. You now know that you cannot be taken advantage of anymore. And you also know now that you cannot remain inconsiderate to situations where people had been, whosoever, or situations had been giving you things, but you had not taken those things, those good stuff, into consideration, and you had been acting like a fool in the reverse with those situations. So now that you don't have them anymore, those areas have gone. You now realize the value of that, Taurians. You realize now what you have lost. And the reason you have lost is because of your own self doing. You cannot blame anybody here, Taurians, please. You cannot tell, somebody's done this to me, somebody has done that to me. No. It's you who had been acting like a fool in the reverse, and that is what now, in the month of June, you guys are leaving behind, because you have finally woken up to this new call of your wisdom, of your understanding, of your self worth, of your own self esteem, everything that you had been keeping that in halt, and that because you had been using the deceptive energy, guys. You were not coming clean with situations, with people, with conditions. You were not coming clean with the Seven of Swords in the upright and your Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, which is telling me it was because of this you were halting your Wheel of Fortune, guys. And that is what you're leaving behind now in the month of June 2019, because you want to start now. You really want to start. You want to move your Wheel of Fortune now. You are not going to remain in that position, in that place where people can use you, abuse you, take advantage of your goodness, and then leave you like a discarded doormat. You're not going to take that anymore. And that's what you're leaving. You're leaving behind your deceptiveness, your lies, your manipulations, everything. That was stopping your Wheel of Fortune. You're going to come clean. You're wanting to come clean to start to move this Wheel of Fortune once again, guys. Wonderful, Taurians. Now, what you're continuing to do this month is the Ace of Pentacle in the reverse and the Nine of Swords in the upright, guys. So what you're continuing to do this month is you are kind of feeling bad about the lost opportunity you had in your zone. Okay? The missed chances you had, the bad investments you made. You're kind of feeling sorry about that. Why did you do that? You're continuing to kind of, you know, you're feeling bad that, when I had that opportunity, when I had that chance, I did not use it. And that was taken away from me by the universe. Okay? And now you are kind of lamenting over that. You're having the anxious anxiety attacks. You're feeling bad. You're having the nightmares. You're blaming yourself to a large extent. You're feeling sorry for this. And that is giving you trouble, guys. And that is what you're continuing to do in the month of June, because You are not being able to forgive yourself, Taurians, for whatever you have done in the past. Because now this change is coming. So now everything is resurfacing for you, Taurians, and that is the reason you are in that shape, where you know that what you have missed. Nobody has to tell you that. What has gone out of your hand, what has been taken away by the universe, and that is, and that is why the Three of Swords, your heart is broken, guys, on this. Your heart is broken, Taurians, and this is what you're continuing to do this month, okay? Because you are not being able to believe that you had been such a fool. It's giving you trouble. It's giving you trouble, Taurians, because of this change. Because this card, the Fool in reverse, is your Pluto. Okay? And I told you that this year, Taurians, if you see one of my earlier videos, you guys are the love child of Pluto this year. And Pluto is making you change. Pluto is working with you. Pluto is giving you the direction. Pluto is guiding you. And Pluto is bringing things on the surface so that now you can open your eyes to see what you have done in the past, how you have missed opportunities, how you have missed your chances, and all the bad investments that you have made towards whatever you believed then was right for you, guys. And this is what you will be continuing to do in the month of June, because you cannot believe that you had been such a fool. It's like, it's kind of a self-sabotage, but it's a self-sabotage because you now have realized your folly. You have realized your wrongdoings. You have realized what a real fool in the right sense you had been, guys. Okay? Because fool can be in two ways. It can be in the reverse, it can be in the upright. And they have both different messages here. Here you had been a fool because you have been taken advantage of. You have been reckless in your understanding and you have been inconsiderate. And that is where your wheel of fortune had stopped to turn, because you were not being honest to any of the situations in your life. And that is where you're feeling sad, you're feeling sorry, you're having a kind of a difficult situation because, again, nobody wants to feel that helpless. But now, with these changing times and changing conditions, you're kind of blaming yourself and trying to understand how a person like you could have done this. Okay? You're not being able to forgive yourself, Taurians. Okay, and now what is entering your life this month is the Two of Swords. Decisions. That's what is entering your life, guys. Difficult choices. You will have difficult choices to leave all this behind, to call for death. That's what's entering your life, guys. Okay, where you will suffer from indecisions, you will halt that energy when it comes, you will go through those motions. But again, your grounding energy is in such a place that you will have to work with this Two of Swords in the right direction, because the universe wants you to take the right judgment call now for justice to come back in your zone. But you are still blindfolded on your decisions. You don't know what you should be doing in whichever way, in whichever area of your life, work, home, family, love, finances, how you can take decisions on that. It will be difficult choices, guys. You will suffer from indecisions. You will suffer from stalemate situations. But this is what is entering your life this month, guys. Okay? So you will have to work with your decisions. But remember, whatever decisions you take this time of the year, it has to be absolutely in the right way, guys. Okay? And your decisions will be based on your subconscious mind. Where you're still holding your fear, you're still holding the agony, you're still having a hard time getting over those situations. but at the same time, you want to end all the conflict in your zone, guys. Okay, with the Five of Wands in the reverse. So it's basically tug of war. It's a tough battle, guys, where you want to end all the bad things in your life, the conflict, the fight, everything, but at the same time, you have your fear, you have your terror, you have your dread, where you are kind of in the stalemate situation of taking a decision right away, although your grounding energy is calling you for that. Okay, but the month of June is where you're preparing yourself for this kind of a thing to unfold in the coming days, in the coming months, guys. Okay, but this is the start point. This is the point where you start, because your decision is very important in your coming years and coming months and coming days and coming times. Okay, so whatever decisions you will be taking right now is the decisions that is going to take you forward. But the reason your decision is kind of blindfolded, it'll be a tough choice, is because you have your fear, you have your terror, you have your dread. Your intuition is kind of giving you trouble. You're going through all those illusions of what if not, what if that happens, what if this happens. You are kind of stuck in that what if situation, but at the same time, you want to end that what if situation to move forward. That is where your decisions is going to take place here, and that's what is entering your life in the month of June 2019. Your challenge this month, guys. Interesting. You have, again, very cuppy energy. I don't know why I call that a cuppy energy, but that's what it is. Okay, you have the King of Cups. That's your challenge, guys. Using your emotions in the right direction. Getting hold of yourself in the right way. Okay? Feeling compassionate. Feeling in control, getting back the balance. That's your challenge, guys. That's definitely your challenge, because this time of the year, you are going through a lot of changes. So it's not easy for you to adopt and adapt yourself, to bring back your control, to bring back your compassion, to bring back that balance in your life between your intellect. That will be your challenge, between your intellect and your emotion, guys. Okay, so that's going to definitely be your challenge. Plus, your challenge is the fear of change. Eight of Cups in the reverse, guys. That's your challenge. Okay, fear of change, fear of loss. You're kind of avoiding this because you are, again, you're kind of just grounding yourself, but that doesn't mean that these things don't exist. Okay, you are grounded. You know what you have to do, whether now or tomorrow, whether tomorrow or day after, doesn't matter. You know that. But right now, in the month of June, you are trying to get a control of yourself in the right direction, to hold your balance in the right way between your emotion and your intellect, because again, you're scared to leave all this behind, whatever you have built or invested for such a long time. And that's going to be your challenge, guys. Okay, and let's get a clarifier for your challenge in here to see what, too many cards in here. Yes, and that's your challenge again, walking away from the comfort zone. Okay, but again, you will have to do it, guys. But that's your challenge. How you deal with this challenge this month is what is going to bring you your ultimate result for your destiny, guys. Okay, so that is what you are doing. But at the same time, your challenge is also to heal yourself, to bring your desire back, to bring your ambition back, to bring your will back, to turn your wheel of fortune, guys, in the right direction. Okay, that's your challenge as well at this point in time. What you can take, what you cannot take, what you can let go, what you cannot let go, to bring back your own self will desire comfort, heal, and rejuvenate from whatever has been troubling you for this period in time or for so long, guys. Okay, but that's going to be your challenge in a way. So where you will have to go through the tough choices and decisions that you make in order to stick to your grounding energy, which you will have to stick to. There are no two ways about it, guys. You will have to stick on because that's your grounding energy. You know the truth. Okay, but these are the energies that you are going through because again, you are the fixed sign. So, every decision you take, every movement you make, every choices you take, every choices you leave, there is a little bit of issues. And for you, Taurians, it's a big issue because, again, like I said, earth sign. Okay. But at the same time, you know that if you cannot do this, if you are still fearing the loss of this, if you're still scared to let things go, and if you cannot bring back your control and compassion in the right way, you won't be able to heal. You know that. You won't be able to rejuvenate. You won't be able to bring your desires into fruition. So, again, like I said, you're going through those changes, getting out of the cocoon to transform yourself from a caterpillar to a butterfly is not an easy process, guys. It's definitely a very, very difficult process. Okay. And that's what is happening to you in the month of June 2019, guys. Okay. Having said this, where are you going to find your support? In being the Knight of Wands, guys, in the upright, which means it's time for you to take action. It's time for you to take your adventure, be fearless, have faith in the universe that you are being guided in the right direction. Okay, that's where you will find your support and your strength to get your energies in the right place, guys. Okay, and that is where you will have to take that leap of faith. You will have to do things out of your comfort zone. You will have to work by yourself to bring that adventure back, to be fearless, to have faith in the universe that you are being guided in the right direction, to take that leap of faith in the right way. You will have to be the Knight of Wands, guys. That's where you will find your support, because you definitely will need support at this point in time to leave your false success story behind, the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. To leave that spending beyond means, to leave your false success story behind, to build back yourself, to build back your investment in love, in work, in finance, in everything. You have to take that leap of faith, to leave behind the old things, the old way of doing things that you had been doing for a very long time, Taurians. Okay, that's what you have to leave behind in order to take that leap of faith, in order to become that fearless, adventurous Knight of Wands, to go above and beyond your comfort zone to achieve what you want to achieve in life in the right way from the month of June 2019. Okay? Your advice is, guys, right now you don't have your wish fulfillment. Your Nine of Cups is standing in reverse. Okay? So your advice from my spirit is to bring it all back now. Do what you have to do, guys, but bring the Nine of Cups. Bring your wish fulfillment back in the right way because you deserve it. Universe is telling you, guys, you don't have to worry about it. You know that you are right now lacking in your inner joy. You are dissatisfied with life. So do what you have to do in order to bring back everything that you deserve and you desire, guys. And that is your advice from my spirit. Don't hold back anymore. And even if you want to hold back, you won't be able to hold back, Taurians, because you have woken up, guys. You have woken up. There you go. Give a tower moment to everything that has not worked for you, to leave the past behind, to leave the emotional baggage behind, to travel forward, to bring back your own self-desire. That's the advice from my spirit, guys. Wow. There you go. So you have to believe in the universe, Taurians. You will have to believe in the universe, because if you don't, it's you who is going to suffer again. And you don't want to suffer. You want to take the right steps now. You want to do things for yourself. Doesn't matter how old you are, and doesn't matter how young you are. Okay, you will have to do what you have to do, because your energies from your universe is pushing you to a point where you won't be able to stick on to anything that has been giving you discomfort, or has been creating smugness in your life, or has been taking away your joy from you, guys. Okay, and your outcome here is the 10 of cups in the reverse, which is telling me that right now your dreams have been shattered as your outcome. You have a broken family life, okay, where there is domestic disharmony in the month of June. That's your outcome, you know, where everything is very topsy turvy, guys. There is no joy, there is no happiness, there is no comfort, there is no love, nothing. And this is not just pertaining, because people's situations are different, not just pertaining to your home life, it could also pertain to your family, to your work life, to your financial life, to any kind of situation where everything that you had ever thought possible, or you had dreamt that it was possible for you to do, has all been shattered. Psychologically, emotionally, domestic, romantic, financial, anything. Okay, though this card talks about your home, but still, it could be affecting people in many situations. But that's your outcome for the month of June, where you have nothing in your zone, guys. Okay, so you have to now work, Taurians. You don't have any choice, boy. You don't have any choice, guys. Let's take a clarifier for the 10 of cups in the reverse here, please. Please give me a clarifier for the 10 of cups in the reverse here. You have nothing with you, Taurians, nothing. All the bad investments, everything. It was not bad investment, but now you know your investment was bad. Now you know, guys. There you go. So now you have to move forward, Taurians, with the Knight of Swords. You have to move forward, even though, again, you are, your grit, your determination, everything is totally a mess. Okay, to put an end to that situation, death in the reverse. To put an end to that situation, you cannot hold on to the situation anymore. So you have to move forward. Whether you like it or not, guys, you don't have an option, because your situation is so bad. I'm sorry to say this, but what I see is what I tell you, guys, so you know me. I don't sugarcoat my words, okay? So now you will have to move forward, ladies and gentlemen, whoever is listening out to me. You're tired, you're exhausted, you're kind of fatigued, everything. You're questioning your motivations, everything, but you have no choice. You have to. And this time, moving forward is rushing forward. The Knight of Swords. That's what the universe wants you to do. To rush forward, even though you lack in that motivation, even though you don't have that strength, even though you're kind of in a dark situation. But you have to do this in order to call for death in many situations wherever things are not working out for you anymore, guys. Okay? And that's where, again, death comes in. Twice. In fact, 10 of Swords is the death. Major transformation, Taurians. Major transformation, and that's where your death card is sitting in your grounding energy as well. Okay? And if you can do this in the right direction as your outcome, that's when you will be able to cure your 3 of Swords energy, to heal yourself, to bring back yourself, to bring back justice in your zone, to bring back that missed opportunity that was you think you had lost, to balance your compassionate self, to balance and take control of every situation, okay? To leave your false stories behind, false stories of success, everything false, deceit, whatever, spending beyond means that you had been doing, guys. But now it's the time that you need to move your wheel of fortune by coming clear, by looking at yourself in the mirror, to turn the wheel of fortune, to bring back justice, to give it a tower moment, to leave things that has not worked before. Oh my goodness, look at the major arcanas here. You have got tower, you have got death, you have got the wheel of fortune here. Your wheel of fortune is going to move when you end it, when you completely let it die. And that's when your wheel of fortune will start to move once again, Taurians. That is your full story for the month of June 2019, guys. Okay? It's like I said, it's not going to be easy, but at the same time, that is what life is, and that is how life is shaping up for you guys. But it's going to be all good, nothing to worry about. This time in the month of June, please work with these advices, hear them out, take your situation under control, and do what you have to do in order for you to move forward and be a better Taurian in the coming years. With this, I end my video. Goodbye. God bless you. Namaste. Khuda Hafiz. And see you soon once again.